Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight for our Reiki clearing session. This actually is going to be a shamaness Egyptian session, and we're going to be cutting cords. So first I want to say welcome. I am a shamaness. I'm a medicine woman surrounded by many Egyptian goddesses, Egyptian queens. Goddess Bast is with us tonight, as well as Hathor, Sekhmet, Sun God Ra. This is a beautiful, protective, black, smoky quartz tourmaline. This is going to be an aggressive cord pull to where I'm going to be pulling energies and slicing. So first, I'm going to be using that big arrowhead, so keep that in mind for our session. I also want to clear your energy. I am a spiritual warrior. I am a goddess incarnate. I am divinely protected by the Egyptian gods and goddesses, as well as many spirit guides. And you guys forgive. Sometimes I'm going to have live examples of energy vampires in the background. So if you hear any background noise or voices, those are just live examples. I don't want to get into it right now. But this is going to be more of an aggressive ASMR cord cutting. We're going to be cutting cords to lower vibrational energies, pulling, okay? And I'm going to be doing some Anunaki star light language codes, okay? Channeled from my Anunnaki star mothers, channeled from, yes, the Anunnaki star realms, but also from Inanna. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to be cutting cords, okay, with my Apache-Tear. And please forgive the lighting, you guys. I'm not in my own, like, specific place yet to my studio that I need to be in to get away from the vampires, but eventually I will have my own place, my privacy out. It will be quiet, tranquil, and peaceful. So sometimes my energy is a little bit, I get taken out of my divine feminine a lot, and I get put in a masculine energy. But tonight, let's focus on you, and we're going to focus on clearing and cutting and blowing any negative energy vibrations away. So this is a selenite, crystal stone, and an Apache-Tear, and I'm going to be pulling any negative hooks, any manipulative energies from your aura. I also want to do some pulling with my selenite rods here. And I'm being told by Goddess Inanna, as well as Goddess Mayat, to use my beautiful Labradorite and do some crystal tapping. This is my big Labradorite. He is very protective. And you guys, I want to recommend a juice. It's by Anatolia, and it's a yummy yellow detox mix of apple, ginger, and cinnamon. And then I sprinkle cinnamon powder in my drink. It's so yummy, you guys. You have to try it. I'm very much a cinnamon girl and a rose girl. So my favorite spice is cinnamon, and my favorite flower is the rose. I was known as Rose Goddess Ascension at one point. That was one of my spiritual business names, where I was making balms, tinctures, elixirs. Excuse me, I got some cinnamon powder stuck. As well as tin candles, which I love to make, sprays, spiritual cleansing baths. dream bags, mojo bags, fairy flags. So I hope that this brings tingles, you guys. I'm gonna do an Anunaki star light language mother channel right now, so don't freak out. This is from my Anunaki ancient Mesopotamian goddesses. I'm a spirit conduit. She's a medicine woman and she can be aggressive but in a kind way to help you with your health and stay on point with your physical vessel and taking care of it. And she likes when I use these more earthy crystals like my calcite and my beautiful, this isn't an ametrine, it's a citrine cactus quartz. Haruso koto unda saka asa kato usa sita patanda saka ara. Arasa katanda saka tupa saka pa saka tu utont anda saka ta asa kato uso kupat anda saka asa. Urumpa saka tunda sakada. Asa katunda saka ti tata saka tunda saka paya saka tanda saka ra saka. Amba sakata tu sakata anda saka ramba sakata asakata atat atat. Okay, so she's saying that you need to incorporate the antioxidants and the colors that are rich in, like vegetables that are rich in color into your diet. She's saying carrot for some of you, tomato juice, but be careful with that if you have acid reflux. Eros, ayambasa kutoshunda verana koto fikataka a Victoria asakoto pundo skopa asakat as. Maya arambasaka aya ian. Starship asakat undo sumayaya. So she's saying that for some of you, celery stalk will be good. Celery leaves, maybe make a cabbage or celery soup with some chicken broth, some carrots, some ginger. So she's saying to take care of your physical vessel because this is the house to your spirit. She's also saying to make clove tea or cinnamon tea, boil the tea. She's also saying to incorporate star anise, and she's also into hot herbal teas, like boil the herbs. She's also saying to hang lavender or eucalyptus leaves from your shower head. She's also saying Humbasakata asakata usukata unda sakata asakapat usaka ayayambaka. Mbaka usakatunda sakaya rambasakatata usakananda siya tata. Umbasakata uro sokata unda so aya. Linda eros. Maya unda sakata ya ta Katya. Gabriela ansukata sakata patanda sakara saka usa karasa karuso asaka yongoko soko. So she's saying also to chop up some citrus fruit like lemon, tangerine, oranges, and boil that on your stove, as well as some putka pods. I'm not really sure what that is, but this is what she's showing me. She said don't forget about the seeds. Pumpkin seeds are really good for some of you. Sunflower seeds, even nuts like pistachios. She's even saying ginger and, like she said earlier, and cilantro for some of you. And then she's saying to boil that tea and, boil some chamomile flowers, calendula, even some lavender. Make lavender lemon tea And also drink your hot teas, your herbal teas like your cinnamon tea, your star anise tea, your oregano, cinnamon, star anise teas under the light of the moon. Umbasakata sakata ayayam bukak saka asakato usakata tanda saka rasakata usakata aisaka pa anda saka asaka. She's also saying to incorporate, just know your moon cycles and when you get your, your red visitor every month. So when you get your period, she's saying to record this in a moon journal. And if you get, she's saying there's meanings for your cycles, so lunar cycles, and she's saying like if you get your period on the waning moon, that means to do a huge release spell under the moon, the moonlight. If you get it on the new moon or the full moon, that means manifest harder what you want. A super moon really manifests. The super moon and the full moon and the waxing moon is pulling towards you your goals, your manifestations, what you wish to happen. A waning moon is more pushing things away from you or people or toxic situations and circumstances. So she's saying to be conscious of who you keep around your energetic field and aura, who you keep around your energy. She's saying release and let go of toxic people, even a full moon release spell. Okay, so she's saying there's going to be many lion spirit guardian animals coming, as well as there's going to be a supermoon at some point this year. And she's saying the goddess incarnate of the sacred rose for rose ascension is important, as well as the lion guardian. Lion guardians often go hand in hand with starseed goddesses, the chosen goddesses, the warrior spirits, the angelic incarnates, the goddess or the god incarnates, to where the rose, you get activated, whether it's a blue lotus or a rose for your spiritual ascension. And many lion guardian spirit animal guides are around you and very attracted to the rose and to your spiritual awakening when you come into your rose ascension, whether you're a god or a goddess incarnate, or even a phoenix bird incarnate, which many spiritualists don't talk about the phoenix and the spirit birds, to the point where you could even be a 7 others bird phoenix incarnate, and you could have reincarnated from a family of the spirit birds, which are the spirit phoenix guardians, okay, of the universe, of the galactic higher realms, the star realms, okay. Sakata unda saka ara sakata usaya banda sakata asako rosokoto opambandasa for musoka asapa uka budo 7 arumpata kata ututu mandada ayaya paka uso 88. Okay, so she's saying abundance. Okay, so 444, 777, and 888. Okay, manifest when you see these numbers, when you want prosperity and abundance to come to you in your life and good fortune. Masakayamba kaso usa panana sakarosa arasa ayakapa undasaka. Pumbasaka uyaya punga saka ayapko usaka arasaka panana saka ayakapa. She's saying, watch out when you see the numbers 555 and 999. Yes, 999 is a frequency of manifestation, but 555 can signify change, and 999s can also signify a rapid spiritual transformation, like a Kundalini awakening or a rapid spiritual growth process, to where you're going to have to shed many parts and pieces of your ego, and the old you is going to have to die. So your ego selves are going to die, and some of you are going to be pushed deeply into your shadow selves, and she wants you to not be despondent at this time, and don't be regretful or have any hold negative emotions. Just let it flow, and to journal your thoughts in your shadow self. Your shadow is from your subconscious. Umbasakato usiki indasaka ayasakata andasaka urusakata undasaka iya kapo siambata umbasaka yaya skundu basaka. So earlier she was saying you can even boil some lavender and and then you can cut up fresh lemon and make it like a nice tea and put some mint leaves in there. You could even make a lemon tea, like a Lipton tea, and then add herbs to it, and then drink this, you know, as the sun, the warmth hits your skin, okay? She says dance in the rain. She says sing, okay, and release. Do things that wake up your sacred inner god or goddess, as well as lion guardians are going to be around you, and cloud and sky goddesses. And then Anubis is appearing to me, and I'm also seeing, you know, his form in my third eye, and then I'm also seeing Bastet, so goddess Bast. So you're divinely protected at this time. And it's a very potent portal that we're transforming. We're shedding our old selves that we no longer are. We're blossoming, we're evolving, we're growing. For those of you on the spiritual journey and the spiritual path, to the point where we are exiting the year of the snake and we are coming into the year of the horse. So snake is all about, you know, shedding that old skin, transformation, okay, growth, learning from what you go through, okay, lessons learned, change, okay, breaking cycles, breaking generational curses, coming into your best self out of your ego self. So no more ego drives or no more lower vibrational frequency emotions, even though you have to shed these. And sometimes you're going to have to shed several versions of yourself in order to blossom like the lotus flower. Ambasakata uya sakata annasaya katanu umbasaka aura sukoto undasaka. Ambasakit usia yambaka. She said, be gentle with yourself at this time. Take self-love baths. Sprinkle rosemary in your herbal tea or in your herbal bath. Make sachets and hang them from the shower of organzo bags of rosemary, tea leaves, eucalyptus I'm seeing, peach leaves, okay? She's saying all of these will invite good harmonizing energies as well as energies of tranquility and serenity at this time when you need it most. When you shed your old self, you're transforming, you're becoming. Hambusoko utanda sakara sakata umbasaka yambasaka kara asaka numbasakata usiyambasaka aukasa subanga Carolyn arumbasakata umbasaka ayag handa so 777 Benjamin. Okay, so she's also channeling through me. If you hear your name pop up or a name of a loved one that I've mentioned, look out for the number 777 because that message will carry an energetic imprint to a message for your loved one, whether they... Some of you have loved ones that have crossed over into the veil that have messages for you, as well as I am a reader. I don't necessarily need cards or rune stones, you know, or any types of divination. I don't need tea leaves. I don't need tarot cards. I'm just a spirit conduit to where spirit activates through me. As you can see, I'm a spirit Anunaki light channeler. To the point where I'm also put on this realm to lead lost souls to the light, okay? So if you need a reading, I offer readings as well. You could email me and I will show you my prices, and you just donate to me in my Cash App and send me your birth date, your government name, or your birth name, okay? As well as if you don't want to do the whole name and the birth date in the email, just send me a picture of you and I could read your picture, okay? I'm very... spiritually adept, okay, and I know energies. I'm very energetically open and sensitive. Ambasakata undasaka arasakata ayasakata umbasaka. Ambasakata usaka urosakata ayakandasakata pandasaka. So she's guiding me to pull a card for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna have to listen to her because, you know, she's my Anunnaki star mother. This is my cosmic deck. This is just a little preview. Okay, that was quick. Geomancy, patience. So some of you are waiting patiently on someone's awaited decision. Maybe someone has a decision to make and you've been waiting for their choice and for them to come forward to you. Also, this talks about patience in our love lives. If we think we're ready, but Spirit doesn't deliver and you're trying to manifest a soulmate or a divine connection, just know that it's divinely orchestrated in the stars. And sometimes we don't always get what we want because the divine has something better planned for us than what we'll ever imagine or than what we think we need. So that was the card pull of the night. I'm going to be doing some more Reiki tapping ASMR. So I'm going to take my Angel Organite. That was my Anunaki Star Mother. Okay, she wants me to do another channel here. I'm going to take my Tangerine Large Lemurian Quartz. She likes the crystals like this. I don't know how you explain it. Like citrine, cactus quartz, tangerine aura quartz. She likes the fiery crystals. She's very medicine woman, in touch with her kundalini and her tantric energy and her earthbound shamaness. Medicine work. She's a curandera. I don't know how to pronounce that, but she's a medicine woman of the stars, and she's been around for centuries and centuries, to the point where she loves this crystal. She likes this crystal. She likes the rose quartz I was tapping on, and she loves this sunstone organite as well as my owl shaker. She wants me to use these earthbound crystals as well as do some glass tap with the herbs inside. So I'm going to be channeling Arumpa sakata unda sakata aya saka umba saka asaka. Unda sakata asakata akatara asakata umba sakata aya stambana pasakata anada. So she's telling me now to just do her light language channel, and you intuitively tune in, and whatever messages come to mind is what she's telling you through this light language code activation. So I'm not going to be translating. She wants you to use your spiritual gifts, or maybe you don't think you're spiritually gifted, but whatever you think of, whatever comes to your psyche, go with it, whether it's about an herb or a decision or a choice or any aspect of your life. She's speaking to you through me. So you get the message. Mbasakta u asara asakata umbasa asara sarafina asakata undasaka iambasakata u katya katuya Ndara usakata aya umbasaka Gabriela Ian umbasakato umbasakata aya umbasaka 777 umbasakata undasakata uya umbasaka undasakata 999 Umbasakata urasokoto kotoro osokoto umbasakata ayambasakata asakato undasakayana ayandasa ana umbasakata usakata umbasakato urosokoto umbasako ayambasakato undasako urosokoto umbasako Umbasakaya, umbasakata, ayasakata, undasaka, ayasakata, undasakata, usoko. Undasakata, iyangasaka, ayasakata, urasakata, anadasako, oso. Umbasakata, isakata, umbasaka, ayambasaka, urosoko, umbasaka, anad. Ayoro, usoko, mandasaka, upasaka, andasaka. Umbasakata undasakata patana sakata urosokota umbasaka uya sakata ambasakata usikanda sakata arasako sikoto sokobondo saka asaka usa umbasakata sisokata bunda saka endosoko poto to sokobodo umbasokoto isakata tanda saka urosoko poto osokota panda sokoto po uti puta misako urosokota anga to urosokota mi rice Umbasaka yambasaka ayasaka umbasaka osakaramba umbasaki umbasakoto umbasokoto osoko rosoko umbasokoto umbasokoto pombosoko umbasokoto umbasaka umbasokoto osokoto umbasokoto yasakata patanda saka umbasokoto sokopo umbasokoto Umbasa koto popeke so oko osoko. Umbasa yambasa koto undosaka. Umboso koto umbasaka. Rasakata pupasaka umbasi ya umbasa asun. Asana asun. Umbasakaidai si ambasaka oro sokoto o. Ambasakata o si katunda sokoto patondo soko oro soko. Umbasakato o ayambasaka oro sokoto. Umbasakato ayasakato undo soko umbasako. Umbasako yambasakato oro sokoto undasaka ayasakoto umbasako. Umbasakata o yambasaka arasakato undo sokoto. Umbai sayambasako oro sokoto undo soko. Ayambasakato oya saka ayambasakata oro soko. Ayambasakato o sakata oy ayambasaka. Umbasaka utoto asakata banda. Umbasakata handasakata. And so now we're just going to shake out any lower vibrational energies and whatever you got from that. She was making me hold up my essential oils of tea rose and lavender if you couldn't read it, as well as another lavender brand. We're going to be shaking out any lower vibrational energies. Ayambasakata umbasaka. Arasakato undo sokoto umpasakata oyasakata umbasako upoko soko. Umbasakata oyambasako rosoko ondoso. Ayambasakata os, ayambasakata dos, umbasakata oro sokoto undo soko. Undo basako utu sokoto undo soko. Umbasako oyasakata umbasaka oro soko undo soko. Sakata bandasaka ayandasaka oro sokoto undo sokoto uso. Undo soko oro sokoto undo sokoto po ohisin baisaka ayandasaka ayasaka ando soko oro sokopoto umbasaka to pondo soko basatandi sokoto umbo sokoto uso kondo soko. Umbaya sokombondo umbasokoto o sokoro sakatanda sakatata. Ambasakata usokopata umbasaka puko so pu ika puta ti. Umbasakata ambasaka. Ayambasakata pu sokoro sakatanda sakaya sakanda saka. Ayambasakata oya sakata undo sakata. Usokoto undo sokoto aya sakata pundo soko. Umbasoko oya sakata unda saka uro soko. Umbasaka ya ambasakato tu oya sakato. Umbasokoto oya sakato pumba soko. Uro soko tondo sokoto. Ayanda sakara. Andara sokoto osiko. Usakainda sekaya ya paso. Ayando sokoto ora sokoto oisikata tamba soko. Ayambasakato oya sakatombo soko oro sokoto o. Ayambasakato po sapaka. Ayamboso tumbas. Ambasakaya ayasakatanda. Franadaka saka ayambasaka. Ayambasukuto usokutundo soko. Ora sakoto poya sakapo usokoto punda sakata. Ayambosokoto undo soko. Umbosokoto umbasaka. Umbasoko oro sokoto oya. Ambasakata ayasaka ayara. Ayambasakata andara. Asakoto uisakata sarina. Aisakononda saka uya sapata. Unda sa 777. Rosokoto umbosokoto to 888. Okay, so whatever you got from this is what she is trying to tell me for you. Okay? So I'm going to be... She wants me to also show you this for your baths or your showers. Okay? Ayambasakata uyasakata undoso usoko bondosoko umbasakata uso orosokoto uso kondosoko oyasakata ayasakata umbasa ayasaka aranda asa rise andara. Okay. So now I'm going to be pulling out cords. First I'm going to be imbuing your aura. Sun God Ra, as well as the Ankh for protection. Anubis is here. He wants me to pull out any lower vibrational tethers and cords from you guys with my smoky amethyst quartz and my black tourmaline. So I'm going to go into your 13 meridian points all over your body. And they also want me to focus on taking out any lower vibrational tethers and cutting them. I'm going to be going through your chakras, starting from your earth star, your base, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart, throat, third eye, crown chakra, and your soul star chakra. Now I'm going to be pulling out from your third eye chakra any lower vibrational tethers that maybe have been hooked into you archonically from any type of energy vampire or lower vibrational energy that did not have your best interest at heart. Blowing all of this away, and I'm going to be imbuing some Sun God Ra energy here to reactivate your base chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra, as well as some of your heart chakra. Okay, going into the base now. You might feel tingles around the base of your spine. Okay, now I'm going to go up to your sacral chakra and just easily move my way around. This is your reproductive organs, where, you know, the womb spaces, the sacred reproductive. Now I'm going to go up to your solar plexus chakra and around your navel, your belly button. Call your inner power back to you. Call it back, call it back, call it back. I'm going to imbue the Ankh in here for protection for you. Now I'm going to go up to your heart chakra, and I'm going to kind of work around in that area with my rose quartz crystal and my green aventurine. Okay, so I'm going to put the sun to bring light back into your heart chakra, because if you've been betrayed, if you are harboring any betrayal trauma from someone who did you wrong or dirty or betrayed you, it's important to clear this out. So I just put the Sun God Ra symbol, as well as I'm going to go in there and put the Ankh. This is what Sun God Ra, as well as Goddess Hathor, Goddess Sekhmet, as well as the Goddess Bastet, Goddess Mayat, the Goddess of Justice and Truth. Bastet and Sekhmet, they were the protectors of the pharaohs. Okay, they were cures of illnesses and disease and protectresses of children. Okay, they also, like I said, watched over the pharaohs and made sure to protect them. And also the queens Cleopatra, Nefertiti, as well as Anunaki, they're here in spirit and they're trying to empower you through that solar plexus chakra, which I'm going to kind of go back down. I'm going to use my citrine point here, and I want you to call all of your inner power back to you, all of your self-worth, any type of energy and self-worth. Maybe you're a people pleaser and you gave that away subconsciously, and we're just going to clear this wound out, maybe a people-pleasing wound that you unhealthily learned subconsciously in childhood that you have brought into your adult relationships, and now you need that validation, so you people please, but you shrink your power and then you give your power away, and it's not good to do things like this. So this is why I'm here, and I'm going to cleanse out this chakra system. So I want you to think of your accomplishments. I want you to think of your goals. I want you to think of how you view yourself, your self-reflection. Do you love yourself? Are you disappointed in yourself? Are you loathing something? Are you self-loathing? Do you hate yourself? Now we're going to clear that. Okay. Sun God Ra, he's really working through me, as well as Goddess Bastet, Goddess Sekhmet. And they're working, as well as Anubis, okay? They're working very hard through me, as well as my Anunaki star mother, as well as Goddess Inanna, my ancient Sumerian goddess, before Babylonian times. And I have many, many sacred gods and goddesses. I am a goddess incarnate. I am a 7 others phoenix incarnate, as well as I also have angel activations working with the solar angels, the sun angels, the seraphim angels, okay, the cosmic and energetic angels, as well as some like Archea Faith. That was Archangel Michael's twin flame, okay? She's very much around the seraphim angels, the angels of fire, the ones that burn and bring the truth in, okay? And they have temperances to where they can, they can devour, they can create, they can transform, they can devour. So now we are going to cut lower vibrational ties and hooks. Maybe you're tired of your boss's commands at work. Maybe you're tired of your father's criticism remarks. Maybe you're tired of that friend that constantly just, projects some sort of pessimism into your life that you don't need. Maybe they said something that just stuck with you, but it didn't leave a good impression, and it's just kind of lingering. So this is why I'm here, and I just clear this out of your cosmo-energetic field, your soul's blueprint, your aura, your meridian points, your chakra energy centers. So now I'm going to hold my citrine. Actually, I'm going to hold my ametrine, which is amethyst and citrine put together, Lemurian, as well as my citrine, and I want you to focus on these crystals. I want you to put your hands, or your more dominant hand, or if you're ambidextrous, both of your hands onto your belly button, your navel. I want you to focus on a very beautiful, vibrant yellow, bright yellow color. Picture it in a glittering light swirling around your belly button. And I want you to focus on this crystal, or you can close your eyes, see it getting more vibrant, more light like the sun. And I want you to say, I call all of my power back to me. I call all of my inner God and goddess energy and power back to me from sources or energy vampires or anyone who has stolen my power that I have subconsciously have given it away to. I call all of my power and my energy back to me. I call my divine God or my divine goddess birthright back to me. 3 times 3 times 3, and so it is. Now I'm going to be taking this beautiful crystal and I'm going to imbue it with the Ankh, and I'm going to push, as well as Sun God Ra's symbol, and I'm going to push your power back into you. I want you to take a couple of deep breaths for a warm-up, and when I push this energy back into your solar plexus chakra system, I want you to, first you have to consent, you have to allow me to do this energetically, okay? And once you allow this, I want you to take a deep breath and inhale, and then when I stop, I want you to release. So I'm going to call your power back to you. And then say it in your head or out loud. I call my inner power back to me so I can shine. I call my divine goddess birthright back to me. I call my power, my energy back to me. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, deep inhale. And release. Okay. Now I want you to get a plate and invite you to get some herbs. I invite you to get cinnamon, star anise, bay leaf. We're going to do a little decompression exercise. So get your plate, okay, your sacred plate, and I invite you to get some bay leaves. And if you don't have any, it's fine, just watch me and I'll show you how to do this. I want you to take a betrayal trauma from your heart chakra, or maybe you gave your power away and you were people pleasing and you didn't realize it until after, right? Because we're all spiritual beings vibrating on this human plane in these temples that are our physical vessels or our bodies, but our bodies and our physical vessels are the houses to our soul. This is why we must take care of our sacred temples and our physical vessels. So right now we're going to release. This is a very important exercise that I invite everyone. If you have unresolved trauma, if you have anger, if you have betrayal trauma, if somebody tried to toxic shame you, manipulate you, I want you to take your bay leaves and I want you to channel all of this anger and that trauma when you think of what had happened to you and your emotions, okay? And I want you to tear the leaves. And I want you to say, I release this person. You can say their name. I release the power that they have once held over me. You do not have power over me now. I break it. I dismiss it. I reject it. 3 times 3 times 3. As I will it, so mote it be. Now I want you to take some cinnamon stick. And I want you to do the same thing. Only this time I want you to say, I release so-and-so from my energy, from my aura, from my chakra, and my meridian points. And I call the sweetness back into my life. And then I want you to envision the person. Now I want you to envision the string to you and that person connecting. And when you break it, imagine that string breaking. And imagine that anger dying in like a fire. And it's firing up these herbs and it has no power over you. Okay, and I want you to really visualize this. And then I want you to take, if you have any roses, or better, if you have any petals like this, like some dried up hibiscus, I want you to take these and I want you to squeeze them and say, you have no power over my life, you have no power over my spirit, you have no power over my energy, and you have no power over my mind. What is done is done. I break your power over me, and I break free, and I call my energy back to me, and I release you now. I reject your energy from my temple, from my energy, from my sacred God and Goddess vessel. You have no power over me, and break the herbs into little pieces on the plate. Visualize that person walking away out of your life. Visualize the anger dying as you rip these herbs apart. And this is the most important part, to where you take your star anise and you visualize this person and all of the things that they did to you breaking out of your life, and you're walking away and they're gone. And you could visualize it however you want, whether, I don't care if they're walking away from you, if you see a string attached and it's cutting, if you see a candle flame and you burning that string between you guys, if you have to even visualize seeing them kind of like fall out of your life, falling into a pit, just falling away from you, just you rejecting their energy and their power over you is the point of this exercise. So however you want to visualize it, or and you could state things out loud. You don't even have to visualize. I break so-and-so's power over me. You have no more power over my energy. You have no more power over my feelings. You have no more power over my physical vessel or the way I live my life. Okay? And what I want you to do now is, once that person is finally gone and you channel all of that anger or that rage or that grief or that sadness or that depression or whatever, the anxiety, the anger, like I said that already, I know, and I want you to take the herbs and I want you to take these herbs. I want you to take a plastic bag, preferably a Ziploc, and I want you to pour these herbs into the Ziploc bag. Make sure there's no air in it. Zip this up tight. And then I want you to take it, and you could do one of three things with this bag. You could go and throw it in a dumpster away from your property. You can go bury it in the earth somewhere or in the cemetery, because this is the rage and the anger and the trauma and the betrayal trauma and all of that negative, nasty energy that you just released into this bag. Or you could throw it into a running stream away from your house. Okay, so you can do these things. Just don't open the bag. You could throw it in an intersection to where there's a lot of like traffic, but you have to kind of be careful because, you know, littering is not good. I would personally throw this in a dumpster away from my house, okay? And you could do this exercise as many times as you wish to release. And right now it's important to release because we're ending the year of the snake. So this is a very important exercise to do to release that anger, that rage, that pent-up energy that maybe somebody projected onto you. You know, maybe they sexually assaulted you and you have feelings of anger because they took something from you that was sacred. So you're going to do this exercise, or if you're angry at someone, or if you're feeling feelings of animosity, hostility, resentment, or any type of, you know, just know that your feelings are validated, and you release this, and you release that person and their power that they have over you. Because if you feel anger towards someone and you're getting angry and hateful, they still have power over you. So that's why we want to do this release alchemy magic here. And then you want to put it in like a plastic bag. And then you want to go, you know, away from your property and then take it out, you know, and put it away from your house. Like, don't open the bag and pour the herbs back on the property. You're just going to pour your angst and all of that anger and anxiety and negative emotions back to your property, to where it's probably going to affect you again, and this time it could be even worse. So you're going to have to take and dispose this off of your property, away from you, okay? Even if you have to drive somewhere, like to, I don't know, a plaza and go to a dumpster. But a plaza you don't frequently pass or go by every day. It's just kind of like you're releasing this energy and you don't want it anymore. You no longer need it. It's not serving you. It's not serving your higher purpose in life. It's actually holding you back. It's those emotions of, you know, connected to the human mind, the ego. It gets really deep, you know? So it's important for you to release this. It's your responsibility. I know it sucks. Other people, you know, put their hurt and their trauma on you, and it sucks because you have to now heal from it. But we all have things we have to heal from, and situations and people we have to heal from, okay? This is life. This is a whole learning, evolvement, and lesson for every one of us souls, okay? So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to imbue protective energies into your aura. Okay, so I'm going to be, this is an evil eye rejector. So this is called a, hang on a second. Shiva's Eye Gate. Okay, so Shiva's Eye Gate is very important to ward off the evil eye projected from jealous peoples or people who are envious of you. It's important to cut and clear from the evil eye, because the evil eye is very real. If someone looks at you and they harbor any type of ill will, hatred, jealousy, competition, envy, you could get hooked with the evil eye, and that'll go and seep into your energetic, you know, field, to where it's not sealed, so they're leaking their energy into you, and then before you know it, it's going to go into one of your chakras. It's going to make that chakra dim. It's going to force the chakra to go and turn the opposite way, which is counterclockwise, and that chakra is going to get dim, and then eventually, if you don't clear, whether with plant medicine, you know, herbal washes, crystal healing, pulling, cutting. Eventually you're going to have a health ailment, and it's going to start energetically first. It's going to start in your chakra systems or through your meridian points in your body, and then it's going to seep into, okay, if you're getting wicked migraines, that is a third eye chakra, as well as a a third eye chakra leak that an archonic energy projection got through that, or your crown chakra. Or if you are having heart issues, that means that something got into your heart chakra, and you need to heal from a great betrayal trauma, or a childhood wounding, or something connected to your adolescence. Our caregivers did the best that they could with us, but sometimes at the times they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, or they could have been influenced and didn't want to necessarily put you in situations, but unfortunately they did. You know what I'm saying? And then they were so naive and young, or they got infiltrated by shadow energies, to where these shadows can really hook into that psyche and into your aura if they have leaks, or if they're more sensitive and they're easily absorbing other energies, and they could get taken over and almost possessed by these darker entities, these spirit attachments, to do things. And then before you know it, you have a trauma wound. Okay. And this also can tie into narcissistic parents, narcissistic caregivers, sadistic caregivers, caregivers of sociopathy, or sadistic caregivers, or narcopathic caregivers, to where there's traits of both narcissism and sociopath in that person, to where they don't have a conscience and all they have are instincts, and they don't know how to process emotions like a normal human being. So we have to really clear this. So I'm going to be clearing this with my black tourmaline smoky quartzes. And now I'm just going to be pulling, and I'm going to be cutting. Maybe you have an abandonment wound. Maybe your mother left when you were 15 or 10. Or maybe you lost your mother. Maybe she crossed the veil and she passed away. And you're like, how could she leave me like this? How could she do this to me? I needed her, but she's not there now. And, then you start developing traits of borderline personality disorder, to where you fear abandonment. And then before you know it, you start abandoning people, and you flip the script. So it's important to clear these wounds, so you don't inflict that hurt and that pain that's within you onto others. This is why we heal, and we're actively conscious and aware. And it's our responsibility to heal ourselves, okay? It's nobody else's responsibility. It sucks, yeah, they put our pain on us, but we have to heal. You cannot harbor ill will forever. That's going to manifest many health problems for you, okay? Because what that's doing is it's hanging on to your low, it's making your aura have low vibrations. You're hanging on to it. It's hooking into your meridian points in your body. It's going through leaks in your chakra centers. Your chakras are getting weak, and then you're going to manifest a life of physical hell when you're 53 or 62 or 77 or 88 or whatever. So you need, or even unfortunately, sometimes, you can even much younger, to the point where you want to let go of these negative emotions, because those negative emotions could be the reason why you're having to take a medication every day, and you're dependent on that medication every day, and your physical vessel can't fight it itself. Our bodies, our temples were made to regenerate ourselves if we put the right plant medicines and the right minerals, and incorporating Mother Earth, bounty and goodness, like herbal teas, salads, lettuce, kale, spinach, nuts, legumes, all of these things, juices, lemons, limes, and turmeric, and so on and so forth, cinnamon, and all of these have physical healing properties that could help you. Mother Earth and her bounty, she grows all of this on her, okay? It's not Mother Earth that's corrupted. It's the humans on Mother Earth that corrupt Mother Earth, that have the NWO, the New World Order agenda, that reptilian agenda. It's the humans that corrupt. It's not a devil in the Bible, okay? It's not. No, it is humans. And what humans like to do is they like to blame shift. They always like to have someone to blame, okay? We need to get out of this toxic blame as a collective, and we need to be, okay, we're adults now. We're going to take accountability and responsibility. We're going to communicate. We're going to be real with ourselves. We're not going to be in denial. We're going to bust through the facades. We're going to ascend. We're going to be our best versions of ourselves. We're going to learn. We're going to grow. We're going to release harboring negative energies. We're going to release hatred. We're going to release negativity. We're going to release hostility. We're going to release animosity. We're going to release jealousy, resentment, and the evil eye, and greed. We're going to release, all of this stuff. And we're going to grow into our best selves, our blossoming God or goddess self, our true self. So I'm just going to be pulling with my smoky quartz. Actually going to just pull so I don't break any crystals. And you have to cut and clear every day. You also have to use plant medicine, like boil your teas, that star anise, that oregano, that basil, that cinnamon. You have to use lemon or mint in your salads, or lime in your juices, or your, leaves, seeds, all of these things, fruit, vegetables, because this is how you heal your physical vessel, as well as we want to be energetically clean and energetically clear, so we pull and we use crystals to cut and slice, and we use every crystal, just like every plant or every fruit or vegetable, they have a powerful gift to share with you, a healing agent in them, a property that can heal a certain wound, or heal you energetically, or heal part of your physical vessel that your body needs because it's lacking that ingredient, okay? Just like you and me, we have our own talents, our own powers, our own gifts, okay? So it's important to use alternative medicines, like, I'm not saying use this as a replacement. No, if you need to go to a talk therapist, an art therapist, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you need to take action measures to do certain things, if you need to, do it. But I'm saying, we use the crystals to help cut and pull the cords out. We use the black tourmaline, the smoky quartz, the, Shiva's agate, and, the black onyx, as well as the Apache tear, to protect and shield us and to cut away what no longer serves, okay? We use the citrine to manifest in, grids, in sacred grid work and sacred manifestation, prosperity, abundance work. Also with that, solar plexus chakra, calling our powers back to us. We use the rose quartz to heal from trauma, okay? We use lavender to calm our nerves, okay? We use mint and eucalyptus and basil to heal. So every single herb, spice, crystal has a healing property and a special power, just like you and I. I was born, with many gifts, abstract art, painting, singing, so on and so forth, spiritual gifts, that I don't even speak on, I haven't even shared with you guys yet. Just like you were born with, I don't know, architecture, or maybe, you're an artist and you can draw, you're a guitarist, you like to play in a band, you know how to play the trumpet, or, you're a pianist, or, I don't know, you know how to surf. So these are your gifts, okay? These are your gifts. So just like every crystal has a property, and just like every plant and every seed, everything has a purpose and a property and a gift. So you are the medicine. You are the love. You are the light. So live in your authenticity. Bask in your truth. Do what moves your soul, what you're going to go to sleep with in your heart that makes you happy. Do it. This is what I teach in my spiritual teachings. Okay, I've worked with the Ascended Masters. I've worked with, the ancient Mesopotamian Anunnaki star mothers, Babylonian goddesses, the Greek pantheon, okay, the Egyptian pantheon, many star realms of Pleiades, Lyra, that cat sacred energy, Sirius, Orion, all the way down from up there, all the way to the Ars Goetia. Okay, I know the realms like the back of my hand. I'm very ascended. I'm very evolved. Okay, I know about, the incarnated mermaids, the mermaid star mothers on Pleiades, or the dragon star mothers on Arcturus, or once again Pleiades or Andromeda. I know about the fairies, on Venus, the Venusian Fae, the mermaids in Mintaka, the mermaids in Atlantis and Lemuria, the dragons there, okay, the star cosmic lions, okay, from Lyra and from the Pleiades. I know about the sacred crabs on Rocancria, okay, I know about Pegasus pony, the sacred beautiful horses, not with the unicorns but with the wings. They have their own star constellation, okay? Even Hell is a goddess, and it's also a star constellation in the cosmos. I know about the 777 seven others bird, Phoenix rising, bird others realm, okay? I know about the classes of angelics. I know about the cosmo angelics, the fire angelics, the seraphim angels, also the archangels, my soul has evolved. I know about a lot, and I'm going to share all of these with you in videos to come. I am very much a star medicine healer, as well as an Anunnaki light language channeler, okay? And I have my Egyptian gods and goddesses, just like my Greek gods and goddesses around me, and then I have a range of spirit animals, whether they're cosmic, Black Panthers, okay, or the snake of Lilith. You know what I'm saying? She teaches us how to stand in our power, how to call our power back to us, to stand in our truth, to be authentic, to have that backbone, to be assertive, to call our esteem and our self-worth and really care for us back to us. Like, she teaches us how to rise from the ashes. She teaches us how to go through battle and walk like we own the fucking place, okay? All of these gods and goddesses are here, and their ancient teachings, okay, that you're not going to find in a book, that you're going to go and sit and worship a god who was crucified on the cross. No, because that's archonic, okay? That's part of the matrix. That's what they want you to think. They want to blind you with religion so you bend and you play small and you aren't able to evolve and progress into your sacred god or goddess self. I'm here to teach you how to do these things. I'm here to be the glitch in the matrix, okay? I'm a goddess incarnate. I am very much walk through the fire, kundalini, tantric goddess awakener, medicine woman, okay, shamaness. So I will be expanding your knowledge with my spiritual wisdom and knowledge and my spiritual teachings from all of my gods and goddesses and my spirit animal guides and so on and so forth. I'm a very rare and very special soul, and I have come to Earth to help teach you how to take care of your physical vessels, to come back into your power, to rise from the ashes, to call all of your energy back to you, how to shed, how to cut through those darker night of the souls, how to call your soul fragments back to you, which I will be doing in my videos to come. I will be doing past life regression videos, Akashic record readings for you guys. I will be doing more light language channels from the star realms of Pleiades, Lyra, Atlantis, Lemuria, Orion, Pegasus, and so on and so forth. There's so much that I want to share with you guys. I want to tell you about the realms. I want to tell you about the elven realms, the fairy realms, the unicorn realms. All of these exist in the upper star seed systems. If you are awakened, you know. If you know, you know. If you're spiritual, you don't choose this path. It chooses you. The sacred gods and goddesses choose you to where your life is completely cracked open, upside down. Your dreams that you thought you had were figment of the past, okay, and you have to start over from the ashes, and it, like, the universe breaks you down, source breaks you down and tests you to where you lose fragments of your soul. It's deeper than dark nights of the soul. You lose soul fragments. Your twin flame gets ripped away from you. Everything that you thought was comfortable, that you thought you were going to live a life of, gets ripped away. Your relationships fall apart. This is just a little part of the spiritual awakening, okay, and your spiritual involvement. This teaches you how to grow and evolve and come into your God or your goddess best self. It's all part of the journey, you guys. To where people think, oh, everything's love and light, and crystals are so beautiful. No, everything has a power. Everything has a gift, a meaning, a purpose, just like you and I have our talents and our gifts. To where you'll get your soulmate ripped away from you, and you'll be literally walking through the forest, and then all of a sudden you find out a betrayal trauma of like a truth that, you know, they were hiding, and then you'll be in bed to the point where you're screaming out into the forest and you want to fucking punch the wall, or you're just progressively crying and you're hugging that pillow, or you're throwing it against the wall. That is what a spiritual awakening is, okay? A spiritual awakening will literally have you on your ass. It'll break parts of your body to the point where you're breaking down, you don't know what the fuck is going on, and you'll be angry, okay? You're going to feel, it's going to crack you open, okay? It's going to shed parts of your ego. It's going to, you know, break you down to the point where you're vulnerable. You feel like you've never felt before. You feel like vulnerability is weakness. You're out of your comfort zone, okay? You're out of that matrix. You're out of that relationship that you thought you'd be with that person for the rest of your life and grow old with. And it's going to break you down, but it's going to show you your strengths, your truth, how you can rise from the ashes, how you could rise into your best self. It's going to show you your spirit guardians, your spirit animals, your spirit guides, the goddess and the gods that surround you, and that will teach you, okay, how to become the best version of yourself. And you're going to shed many versions of yourself in your lifetime. You're not going to be the same. It's never a straight line. You're always going to grow. You're always going to go through something different internally. It's not going to look that way for others on the outside in the way they perceive it. So they're going to misfault you and be like, okay, this bitch is crazy, or he needs to be like this. They don't know because they're not on the same path as you. They were not chosen like you. We are very rare. We're a very rare kind, very rare breed. Not everyone walks this type of life, okay? Like I said, we were chosen. We did not choose this, okay? We were chosen. So to everyone in the matrix and that archonic and operating from the human mind and those ego, you know, those ego emotions, you know, going to church Sundays, having the 9 to 5, a lot of the spiritual awakening goddess incarnates and the angel incarnates and the star goddess incarnates and so on and so forth. You guys are coming out of the matrix, you're coming into your power, you know, some of you are going to Mount Shasta and you're finding yourself, some of you are going to Bali, some of you are, you know, taking your savings and you're opening your own spiritual healer businesses and you're, you know, exiting the matrix, and I applaud this. Like this, if you could have passive income and then use that income to create the life you desire and come into your gifts and spread that love and that truth and that light, I applaud you. That's a wonderful thing coming out of the human ego. You know, maybe you're a healer, maybe you want to do sound bowl activations, maybe you want to do fire Reiki, you know, and maybe, you know, you want to explore your soul and go out to the Grand Canyon and hike. I don't know what you do, but whatever you do, just make sure you always wake up with a light heart and good intentions, okay? And just create. I don't care. You can go and you could scream in the rain. You can go kiss your lover in the rain. You can make love in the forest. You can paint, you can sing, you can dance, you can move, you can meditate, you could do yoga. Just be the free spirit, God or goddess that you're meant to be. And people are going to fucking think you're crazy. They're going to call you, they're going to judge you, those societal norms of judgment. They're going to fucking call you names. They're going to talk about you. They're going to fucking think you're out of your fucking goddamn gore. Like they don't know what it's like. Okay, so just be you, be authentic and be true and shine your love out to the world. Operate from your heart chakra. Don't operate from those emotions. Don't operate from greed. Don't operate from hatred. Don't operate from lower vibrational energies, okay? Do you, and focus and really concentrate on evolving and becoming who you really are. Even if it takes you many soul fragments that you have to lose, even if it takes you to shed and go through all of those ego deaths and die over and over again. This is what spiritual awakenings are like. So if you have any questions, I'm a soul coach, I'm a soul reader, I'm a spirit conduit, I'm a goddess incarnate. You can email me. I'm going to leave my email in the link below. If you want to show love, if you got anything powerful or profound and you want to show love and support the channel, I'm going to also leave my Cash App donation link in the description box. And I love you guys. And just remember, you are the medicine. And if you feel like going to paint in the forest, or take your lover and make love in the forest, or do whatever, take a pottery class, or go all the way to Bora Bora or Malta or Italy for your soul's growth, do it, okay? I love you guys. I hope you're living your best life, and I wish you all my best. And remember, shine that light out to the world, and wake up with good intentions and go to sleep with good intentions in your heart and a clear mind and a clear aura. I love you guys. Until next time.